Let's do a boxing tier list. A lot of you guys get mad on where I rank certain boxers. Let's do a tier list. Let's kind of break down why I have them, where I have them. Active boxers only.
This is high-speed chess. That's what you're watching.
And starting off is going to be Carlos Adames. A good fight against Shiraz he just had. I like Adames. He has a loss on his record, which doesn't define his career. He's a great WBC champion. I like him at a really solid C+, pushing the B- range. For Anthony Joshua, I would have probably put him B+B before the Dubois fight. He got embarrassed. He got dominated. And Dubois is a great fighter, but that type of domination, you jump down a couple letters, in my opinion. Venado Lopez, after being stopped by Angelo Leo, I don't even know if he's going to box anymore. He got seriously injured in that fight. Seriously injured. He's still a C+. He was number one in that division. Better Biev, I believe, is I want to say A+ for now. Let's go A. Bam. He's not on the same level as Artur. He's just not. Yeah. Let's go Bam at A. Conor Benn never held a title, never has done too much. Still a solid welterweight. One is C+. Bivol I would give an A+. Jaron Ennis after the Stenionis fight, I would definitely give a B+. Maybe a B. Maybe a high B. My guy Breedis is retired. Crawford, 4 Division 2 time undisputed, you gotta go with an A+. He's a really low A+ right now. He's kind of pushing his way out. I would probably honestly say Bivol's a bit better than Crawford at this point in their careers. But still a really great fighter nonetheless. Callum Smith is a strong C+. I'll probably put him over Adames and Venado Lopez despite him not holding a world title in almost 5 years. Canelo. A lot of people are going to say, oh, Canelo's easy. A+. A. Wherever. Canelo has not looked impressive. He's not looked impressive. He's not been fighting anybody impressive, man. And he's my favorite fighter, probably actively boxing. I would have to go Canelo above Bam, but definitely below Artur. But maybe on the same level as Art. No, not on the same level. He has I'll go same level as Artur. Charlo's disqualified. It's just nothing to go off of. Benavidez, I think, is a really strong B+, a really, really strong B+. And same with Dubois. I will go Dubois over Benavidez just for the simple fact he has the better win in dominant fashion. Errol Spence disqualified. Doesn't have anything under his belt right now. Couldn't tell you where Errol is. He could be an A, he could be a C+. I got to see him get back in the ring. But in terms of Rafael Espinoza is really good. I say he's better than AJ right now. He's a really strong B-. And same with Estrada. Maybe not better than AJ, but a really good B-. Figueroa just got dominated by Fulton, and Fulton's a great boxer. But I would have to say he's a C+ fighter. I would have to say he's better than Venado Lopez. Probably worse than Dames. Fulton, I think you got to put Fulton over Boots. Maybe even B+, but I like him at the probably top of B. Fundora, I'm not a big fan of. He's unified, so I give him the respect. I put him at the top of C+. Nothing special about Fundora. He's a good fighter, though. He's a good fighter. Fury, I want to see him get back in the ring. He says he's retired, but even still, Fury in that heavyweight division, I still think he's an A- fighter. Like, we got to act like he didn't take Usyk to the hardest fight of his entire life. I think Fury's still A- right behind Bam. A fighter in Frank Martin's never held a title. Never did anything too insane in the sport of boxing. He's a really low C+. Probably under C+. Probably a C level, in my opinion. We'll turn this to DQ. I don't want to put Frank Martin next to Breedis, Spence, and Charlo. This is everything else that's disqualified. Vosdick, disqualified. Just doesn't fight enough. Fought a 12 round against Benavidez. Got just beat on, and then before that, he hadn't fought a 12 round fight in a minute. Haney, disqualified. I want to see him get back in the ring. I know you guys are like, oh, you got to put Haney here, you got to put Ryan here. I want to see him get back in the ring. His last fight was a no contest. I want to see him get back in the ring. He was cheated in that fight. So just get back in the ring, and then I could properly grade Haney. Mazrimov, I'm really high on Mazrimov. I'll give him a really strong C+. After the Virgil fight, Jack Catterall's another good fighter I like. After losing to Arnold Barboza, still has Taylor on his resume, still has Prograis. Maybe behind Callum Smith. Apatai is a fighter I'm really high on as well. I would give Apatai a really high B+, maybe the best B+ you could possibly find. Munguia, after being stopped by Bruno Saras. Munguia, man, great. Not gonna say a great fighter. I don't want to put him next to Frank Martin. He's worse than Callum Smith. He's probably worse than Catterall. I'll put him right here in front of Venado Lopez, behind Figgy. In front of Figgy, actually. Right behind Adame seems good. Janabek, a guy I'm really high on as well. I think he's like a mid to back of the B. He is unified, but he doesn't have any great wins in my opinion. Junto Nakatani's an easy A- for me. Maybe right behind Bam. George Kambosos is unfortunately a bit under the C+ level. Kazuto Ioka, I can't wait for him to get back in the ring, but right now I'd say he's probably better than AJ, not gonna lie. Taraji, a guy I will always show respect to. I'll put him at the top of A-. So disrespected, so accomplished. Taraji, his career is just so overlooked. I gotta show him some love here. Tanaka, he's definitely a B-. I think Tanaka, could Tanaka beat Ioka right now if they ran it back? Tanaka's sharp. I gotta make a video on him. He's sharp. Ioka's slowing down. Ioka lost to Puma. Tanaka just lost to Kafu. By default, I'm gonna go Tanaka behind Ioka. Loma's still a really great boxer. I'll probably put Loma back of B+. Barrios is a little bit below the C+ level range. Morrell really disappointed in his last fight. His feet were in cement against Benavidez. I like Morrell at a good maybe top of C+, maybe back of B-, maybe back of B-. I'm still really high on Morrell. That was a great win from Benavidez. Noya in a way is probably the consensus best fighter on the planet. Luis Neri, 2-division champ. I'd say Neri is probably better than Venado Lopez at this point. Gotta see him get back in the ring. Nick Ball's pretty good as well. After beating Doheny and Ray Ford last year. Nick Ball. Let's go. Let's go in front of Callum Smith. Let's go in front of Fandor, actually. It's a weird fighter. Pitbull, I'll probably put a little bit under C+ range. A little bit under C+. Caleb Plant, a fan favorite. Really far in the back of B-. The furthest you can get from the B range. Ray Ford, another solid C+ guy by default. Must put him behind Nick Ball. Regis Prograis, a little bit under that C+ range. Ryan, I would disqualify. Shakur, I'd say definitely a B+ fighter. Maybe even A-. Let's go A- for Shakur. Let's go A-. Let's put him in front of Fury, actually. Not in front of Junto. Hamza Shiraz. Did not look great in his last fight. I put him right behind the Dames. Shigaoka, both brothers. They have a fight coming up, don't they? The Shigaoka brothers. One of them, maybe Genjiro. We'll disqualify him for now. They both got brutally beat There definitely would be right here, but we'll disqualify him for now. Takuma's definitely below C+. Sonny Edwards is retired. Shock. I like Shock actually in the B-. I actually like Shock about right here. I'm really high on Shock now. Tank. I would have to put below Shakur. I'll put Tank. You could really put Tank. The thing about Tank, there's a lot of weird places you could put him. We're really looking at not A-. We're looking at B+ to B-. I'm not gonna lie. If you want to look at who has the best wins, Jai has a better win. Dubois, David, Loma, Fulton, Boots, Espinoza, Ayoka Tanaka, AJ Estrada, Shock, Morrell doesn't, and Plant does. Maybe Plant, maybe not Plant. It was like he doesn't have a great resume. He's never unified. He's a 2-division champion. One of those divisions he was emailed the title. 2-time super featherweight champion. You could really put Tank right here. That's a bit disrespectful. And you guys say I hate Tank, and I will admit that's a bit disrespectful. I will put Tank in front of Jennebeck behind Boots and Fulton. I mean, Boots and Fulton have unified with some of the best guys in the division. Boots now holds the lineal. I'm still waiting on Tank to kind of kick it in the second gear. Taylor, I still like Taylor. I'll put him just in front of Munguia. T.O., I want to see more from T.O. I'll put him just in front of Loma in the B+ range. Tim Zhu. No, ooh, man, Tim Zhu. Rough. Oh, man. Wow. Let's put Tim Zhu behind Figgy. 2 losses in a row, 2 pretty bad losses in a row. Alexander Usyk's the #1 pound-for-pound fighter. Just a tad behind Noya, though. Virgil, I'm really high on. I like Virgil. He's never held a title, so it's kind of disrespectful to put him this high. But where he's at, I like him about right here. Behind Espinoza in front of Ayoka in B-. Wilder. Oh, man. Wilder's only lost to guys in the top 10. You can't be too harsh on him. You really got to see him get back in the ring. I'll disqualify him for now. Same with Anthony Yard. But this is how my tier list would look based off of these guys, where they are currently at in their careers. This is how my current boxing rankings will look. There's maybe some fighters I'm missing. This obviously just isn't in complete order. I don't have every single boxer on this list, but a lot of guys ask me, how do you rank fighters? Where do you put them? Why do you put them there? But this should give you guys some clarity. I gave you guys a bit of a justification on why I had them there. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. You guys let me know, what do you agree with? What did you not agree with?